A couple of days ago, a friend of mine sent me a link showing that Whoopi Goldberg had to apologize for some comments she made about the Jewish Holocaust, and she had to do this within 24 hours. And it don't even shock me no more. When black people tread on sensitive topics to white people, they immediately are called to task. What Whoopi Goldberg said was factually true. The problem with it was it did not coincide lockstep, word for word, line for line, what the Jewish people interpret this events to be. And because she deviated from their line of thought, that was violation, worthy enough to be punished. It made me think back, as a child, if you had a diplomatic mother, father, and you did something wrong, they may give you an option of getting a whooping or getting punishment. Depending on the length of the punishment, you may just opt for the whooping just to get it over with. I've never heard of a child getting punished and whooped. Whoopi got both. Not only was she told to apologize, what she did on her Twitter account, but they let her come back to work the next day as if everything is fine and apologize again on the air. Then once she did that, they suspended her for 2 weeks. You don't do a child like that. It's either one or the other. You done already damaged this woman's integrity on her show by making her state that she misspoke. She didn't know what she was talking about. She was educated on the topic. Now her viewers are going to look at her with distrust because as a viewer of a show or program or anything like that, you depend on the integrity of the people that you're watching to tell you the truth. And I don't mind if it's an uncomfortable truth. If I'm tuning in to you, I want to hear it. I don't want to hear your opinion. I want to hear the truth. And by them making her go back and state that she misspoke, she got educated on the thing. Now, when I see Whoopi Goldberg again, am I going to be able to look at her in the same light as I did before she was suspended? This punishment goes far and beyond what she said, because what she said was not factually wrong. It's sad. This woman here is 66 years old and being called to task like she's a child and then punished. Now I'm just gonna wait and see if she come back to this view. Because if it was me and I had millions of dollars in the account, they would not see my black rump on that set no more. But everybody not like me. But it made me think of another situation. Right after this, a friend of mine, she called me, telling me that her supervisor called her, asking her about her attitude at work. Talking about, I heard you had a problem coming into the office today. And she was like, I didn't know what she was talking about. And I'm like, I know exactly what she was talking about. You come to work either doing some kind of, because, during the COVID, you have the option, most people now, either working at home or working in the office. Well, she has been working at home for a long time, and occasionally she comes into the office. Either through your correspondence with somebody verbally or on the phone, and be like, "Oh, you came in today." Yeah, girl, they got me to come in. They got me, and that's all it took. Now this person is running to the supervisor. Yeah, she here today, but she not happy about it. She not. No, she like no, she don't seem like I can hear it in her voice. So now the supervisor calling you, checking you on your attitude. I heard you got a problem coming to work today. And what are you talking about? I heard you was upset, about coming in. You see, this is the pressure that black people have to face. Because even in normal conversation, if the tone of your language strikes them a certain kind of way, they'll view that as an attitude. Now, it don't matter the fact that you came to the office. It doesn't matter the fact that you're there doing the work. None of that matter. You better come to the office, you better do the work, and you better be happy about it. You step 1 foot outside of their tolerance. Now, you got to act like, what is she going to do? Fire me for actually coming to work? With an attitude? So, the same thing you're doing at the office, you could be doing at home. You drive to the office, get in an accident, go to the hospital. They have your job replaced by the time you get checked into the hospital. You'll be replaced. So it's sad that our people are still not only have to get employed up under these conditions, but remain under these conditions. All because they're not opposed. These businesses and industries that's out here now, they can do to black people whatever they want because they set the standard of what you have to go through to get and keep your job. If we had an opposing business or industry and we supported our own standards, they wouldn't be doing this to us right now. That's just the bottom line. And it's sad that the thing is, the Jews started the NAACP back in 1909. The Jewish Anti-Defamation League did not start until 1913. 5 years before their own. But you see today, you say anything negative about a Jew, it's not the NAACP, who they started first, that goes after Whoopi Goldberg. It's the Jewish Anti-Defamation League. Because, see, when the Jews started the League for the Organization for Blacks, they encompass people of color. That's black, brown, yellow, whatever, off-white. That could encompass anybody. But when they thought about racial discrimination and it pertains to their people, they created the Jewish Anti-Defamation League, which specifically targeted the Jews. Their approach to protecting themselves from discrimination was totally opposite of what they did for anybody else. Yet these Negroes are still running to protect the Jews, who are clearly fully capable and willing to protect themselves. They're not using the tactics that they use today and sharing this with any black organization. You don't see no black organization suspending no white anchor, no white host, no white YouTuber, no white podcaster for saying disparaging things about black people. They'll sit up there and say the N-word 50 times, and it'll be aired across the airways. Say a word disparaging Jews. See how long you'll be on the air. And it's sad that whenever I talk to black people about, protecting ourselves from these discriminatory practices, one of the first things they always say is, well, what about everybody else? And that's our problem right there. The Jews don't, and they don't concern themselves with anybody. They specifically made this organization protect their people. They're not taking no opinions, no nothing from nobody else to decide how they go about their life. Whoopi Goldberg, what she said was nothing wrong with it, and it certainly did not demand a public apology and a suspension, but because it did not coincide lockstep. When you follow behind them Jews, when you work for them Jews, if they walk through the snow, you follow behind them, you step, every step you take better be right in their same footprints. You deviate from the slightest, and they'll punish you like a child. And they're going to continue doing this until we create an alternative where we can support our own standards. Or otherwise, this is not going to stop. Like I said, this is like the NAACP was started in 1909. 113 years ago. Name me one black organization, just one, that has ever suspended or forced a network to suspend a host or whatever for saying something disparaging about blacks. And then the next time somebody talk to you about, building for your own, and you still think about everybody else, think about what the Jews thought about. We're not putting this in nobody else's hands but ours. And it's time that we did the same.